Oh yeah, now, my people, is your guy, the Niger Englishman, and we are here back on One Touch TV, Afcon special, and we got a big game. But to be honest, it's probably bigger for Guinea than it is for us because we've already secured qualification into the second round of the Afcon tournament. We've got the Nigeria versus Guinea Bissau match preview. And to join me on this show today, I got some fan favorites in the studio once again. First of all, to my right, my man, we're doing this football thing together as part of my football family, representing Tunnel TV Media. Big up my guy Kanebi. How you doing, bro?
Shout out my G. Always a pleasure, Mr. One Touch TV. You know what it is now.
100.
You know what it is.
100. And guys, I'm loving the energy he's brought to the channel over the past week. We've agreed to put our club football aside for this show because we're all united to discuss the Super Eagles. Welcome back again this week, Deji Spurs. How you doing, bro?
Yeah, thank you. No, delighted to be here, representing the Super Eagles. Super Eagles are doing us proud. And, as long as Niger keep doing what they're doing, then, of course, I'm happy to kind of put club rivalry aside. But as soon as our guys mess up, then I'm coming straight back to club stuff. Just put it out there, yeah? So as long as Niger do what they're doing, then so far, so good.
I'm with you, bro. I think you put that Spurs at the end of your name just to trigger me, just to remind me, innit? Just to remind me. So I'm saying that on the show. Also, back again on the show to discuss the Niger Guinea Bissau preview. My guy, Ola, how you doing, bro?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. Just glad we won the last game and we move from there again. Yeah.
Oh yeah, now. So guys, let's talk about first of all, before we go into the last game, I just want to get maybe 30 seconds from each of you about what your thoughts of the Afcon tournament are so far. Because for me, I would say the first round of games is a little bit, people were kind of cautious, not really going gung ho. I think from the second round of games, we started to see more goals involved, like more open games. And in terms of the quality of the football, I think it's improved. Kanebi, what do you think of the tournament so far?
Well, I think the tournament has been very, very. It started off slow, like you said, but it has picked up. We're gradually seeing the quality. A lot of surprises, like Algeria. Like the Algeria was a big surprise for me. Like I didn't think they would do this badly. Ghana, of course. Ghana are looking at it at getting out of the tournament tomorrow. Then obviously the refereeing decisions, some of the refereeing decisions have been crazy. Like the guy who cancelled the match at the 85th minute. That's crazy. The referee who insisted on giving the Ghanaian player the red card. Have you seen Andre Ayew's press conference where he was ranting? He was going crazy. Yeah. So Afcon has actually been a big entertaining show, not just for the football, but just for 100%. The drama itself. So so far so good. So far so good.
What about yourself, Deji? What do you think of the tournament?
Look, I'm going to put it out there. I think for me, this has been the best tournament so far. Like Kanebi was saying, I think it's a delight to see that African football has improved. Back in the day, it would have just been obvious. Ghana, Nigeria, Algeria, Egypt, it would have been a bit boring. But to see, Burkina Faso and all these other countries that are stepping up. I mean, Equatorial Guinea put some respect on their name. What they did the other day against Algeria, what a game. What a game. And I have to put it out there, Algeria, they've been doing this dirtiness where they try to just be fouling and be trying to influence with the referee with them yellow cards, which I didn't like. And they didn't rise to that. They stayed professional and they played their game. And for me, how can you have an African Nations Cup without some drama? So we had the refereeing decision. But for me, the best moment of the competition has to be the goalkeeping error right at the end of the game.
His facial expressions, everything.
He went from being a goalkeeper into a Nollywood actor, actually, in the space of 30 seconds, where he knew he was in for a lynching from the Ivorian public, so decided not to show his face and pretend that he's injured. So for me, it's the best tournament that we've had so far, and long may it continue. The quality has improved, and look, the North Africans, I'm not trying it, but they tend to dominate these tournaments. and they're struggling. And I have to say, I'm happy about that. So yeah, all good.
Me too, bro. Me too. And just before Ola comes in, I'd say, like, just like the things you talked about, the drama, the quality of the football. I'm just glad. I don't know about you. There's friends in the UK, US, around the world that I'm having conversations about Afcon for the first time. That's what I'm the most excited about. We're actually, whether there's positive, negatives, we're actually having conversations with people that are not Africans about Afcon, and it's refreshing because it's the same thing in the Euros. There were ups and downs, some refereeing errors. Everyone in the world was talking about them. Just the same thing with our tournament. So I'm glad that's brought a lot of attention to the tournament, regardless of what's going on. Ola, what's your thoughts on the tournament so far?
You guys have said, I say, but if I was just coming on what to say on this is that the performances have been shocking from some of these teams that we all expected they would be the top performance in the Afcon this year. Like I said before we went live, I was like, we were talking about the Algerians, the Moroccos, the Ghanas. We weren't even really talking about our team, our Nigerian team. We were like, well, what are these other countries going to do? What are they going to bring into the tournament? The likes of Mahrez, like we saw Algeria's performance. It was very shocking with the players they have. It was very, very, very shocking. And even the first game they drew, they should have lost. Even Ghana's performance, Morocco's performance, the performances has not really been at the level we want it to be. But like I said, going into the round of 16, we'll see better performances. I feel we'll see two strong teams coming together, better teams coming together, and we'll see top performances. And the most exciting thing is that the Super Eagles, they are doing us proud. Now we've won two of our 3 games and we'll do better and better.
And I thank all of your feedback about the tournament. I agree with all of it, guys. And it's been a great tournament to watch for many different reasons. The football, the shocks, the upsets, certain players stepping up. And I'd probably say the 2 main players of the tournament so far, you'd have to give it to man like Abubakar. I saw some things on the internet about him being 21, but Wikipedia says he's 29. That's still a debatable age, but we won't go into that on the show. Don't worry. But also him and outside, I didn't think I'd be saying this name, but Moses Simon is definitely a top performer in this tournament so far as well. As an Arsenal fan, I saw a good, decent performance from Nicolas Pepe. We know his talent, but can he keep it consistent? And he's part of the best squad of the tournament, which I still think the best squad is the Ivory Coast. But the keeper was doing a madness, as you said, in their last game. So who knows if they're actually going to qualify to the second round. But guys, let's talk about what we came here to talk about. Niger, the Super Eagles. Let me get into some comments first. Big up R, up Niger, up Africa, 100%. We are in this together. We are united. Also, big up Guna Gumza, my Armory TV family. My people, he said. So guys, tell me what you thought about our performance against Sudan. Kanebi, how do you think that performance panned out?
Well, it was a very masterclass performance. It was men against boys. But the Sudanese actually looked more dangerous than the Egyptians because they came out with more fight. They were not just a one-man team. It was a proper football team that you had. It was 11 against 11. But obviously, we had the better players who played in Europe, the players with more experience, the likes of Ndidi, who controlled the midfield. He has been the best midfielder in the tournament. For me, the best African midfielder in the world, hands down. And Awoniyi held up the ball well. He created chances. He took his chances. Moses Simon on the left wing caused a lot of problems. Chukwueze with a nice goal. The defense looks very solid. Apart from the penalty, we look very okay. We look very neat and tidy. But we have a shaky goalkeeper. That's what I noticed. We have a very shaky goalkeeper. But apart from that, it was a very good professional performance. Very good run of exercise. We qualified with conviction. We look like the best team in this tournament as far as I'm concerned.
Okay. Deji, I don't know if you agree with me. After we got that early goal, I think what SKTV kind of brought this up. After we got that early goal, don't you think we were, just like SKTV said, we were a bit sloppy in that first half? For like a 20-minute period, we were conceding some possession and we looked a little bit shaky. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I mean, I did. But, you got to recognize that Nigeria did something that is very rare. We got an early goal. and that put Sudan on the back foot because they needed to try and get a goal, and we needed to steady the ship. I kind of agree with my brother again. I think you're right. For me, we say here in the UK in the Premier League, it was a professional performance. That those sort of games are what we call the banana skins. Yeah, and yet we went out and we controlled the game. The team, apart from that kind of spell, we were really very much in control of the goal. I was disappointed with the penalty because we would have got our prediction of 3-0 right. It should have been 3-0.
Yeah, even more.
It should have been more goals. But Nigeria were comfortable. I think, dare I say it, we talked about the mentality. And that's what we have been crying out for years. We've seen this type of Nigerian performance since USA 1994, Olympic 1996. Dare I say it? Because, I'm one to always do predictions. Could we be seeing a renaissance in the Nigerian
I beg you.
Where we start to perform? I'm watching the other teams, and I'm not scared. I'm actually not scared anymore. So look, I'm happy. 20 minutes here and there. We won 3-1. They managed the game. Moses Simon did what he did with some end product. Oni, aka Kimmy, doing his thing, being a nuisance up top. I love it. I've got no complaints, and long may it continue. I think now, tomorrow, we should be resting players. Let's rest the players. Let's see what the other squad can do. Other squad members can do. That's what I would like to see. And it will be interesting to see whether we keep momentum or we actually rest the players. And I guess that's a decision for Eguavon to kind of make.
Okay. And on the preview that we did for the Sudan game, myself, you, Ola, we discussed how important our wingers are going to be for the Sudan game. Yeah. And we were talking about their lack of maybe end products, and Chukwueze looked a little bit suspect in that first game. But would you say they watched the show, obviously, and they listened to our critique, and they came to play ball? What do you think about that, Ola? About how the wingers performed in that game?
Like Moses Simon, like it was on like another level entirely. The first game was just like an open. It was like the first game, you don't really know what to expect and all. But from that second game, it took it to another level. And Chukwueze also, kudos to Chukwueze, he had a better game than what he had in the first game. Which I said in that first game, it was a little bit quiet. He didn't really have a lot to do. But getting that early goal was like and it was from him in particular. He just took the performance to another level. But I feel, as a team, we have a different feel to our performance. We have a different, like, you can tell that the players are happy. The players are, even the likes of Iwobi, when they come into the game, Ahmed Musa, you see they are enjoying themselves. No pressure of I am the star player, I have to perform, I have to do this and carry. No one is carrying the team. They are playing as a team. And like I said about Awoni is a striker I love. I love Awoni. I watch his, like, people after the under-17 tournament, people didn't really follow his career. He had some ups and downs, but he picked up, and for Union Berlin, he's scoring goals. And what I also for him to replicate that for Nigeria, and now he has scored one goal. Hopefully, he will come from that. And on the tournaments, like Boubacar, I don't know what to say about that guy. The guy just keeps scoring. He scored again in the last game. And but I feel going into the next round of the tournament, we will see teams like, just imagine Nigeria and Cameroon being drawn together. You see like a different level of performance. You don't get to play all these teams that we know are not like better, like very good team. But for tomorrow's game, we have to get. I want us to get that 9 points. I don't want us to sleep, and I want us to get the 9 points and going to the end of 16 with the 9 points. Because coming into this, all Nigerians now are supporting the team. The people that didn't even believe in the team at first, like the Egypt game and all, everyone now is supporting, and that's on another level, because I feel we came into this game like part of the underdogs too. I wouldn't say fine. We know we have good players, but with the past regime of the coach, these players were not playing well. But with Eguavon, I don't know what he did to change this team, but there is something different about the team, from the strikers to the midfielders to the defenders. But like Kanabi said, the keeper is suspect. I don't know. He's a fine boy. Like he's just trending. He's trending on Twitter with the tattoos and all.
Yellow
But now
boy,
he
yellow boy.
He was third choice,
Yes.
though, isn't he?
Yeah,
He's technically third choice because he's like second.
But I just feel he won't escape. He won't escape. We playing Sudan and we playing Guinea Bissau. We're going to the next level. We need good performances from all areas of the pitch, from the attack to the. So as a keeper, you have to step in when he needs to step in. And so far, we've not really seen any. We've not really seen anything from him so far. And so
the
now
keeper hasn't done anything to get me excited.
Yes.
He's made me nervous.
He hasn't done anything.
Which is if the keeper is not doing anything, it's a good thing, sure.
True.
Yes,
you have to keep the ball away from our goal.
It shows that we are playing well and we're dominating the teams we are playing against. Good. But going into the next round, we will see teams that will get at us and they might even dominate some games against us. So he needs to be on top of his game, unless 100%. Then we'll start to see the errors we don't want to see. But a very good performance. Our predictions were kind of close from 3-0 to 3-1. You said 2-0. Yeah, so hopefully we'll get the predictions right today again.
100%. But guys, what I've taken in from what you said, I believe in previous tournaments, we've kind of had, just like I think Ola and Deji were saying, is that we've kind of had one guy that we've been resting our hopes, like maybe it's a Mikel or an Okocha or this guy in the past. But this team is really playing together as a team. 100%. Everyone is pulling their weight. There's not just one standout. Everyone is plugging in the holes. Again, a special mention for Awani. I'm not ready to compare him to our guy, Baba Rashidi Joshua. He needs to do a little bit more to be on those levels because Rashidi was an absolute goal assassin. But build up in terms of his size and stuff, I think definitely. And it was very good for him to get a goal because that'll give him some confidence going into the later stages as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, SKTV said, I'm a big critique of Simon, but he came correct against Sudan. Consistency now. For sure. He definitely did. And I don't know who said it on the last show, but we talked about his switch from the right side to the left side. I think that has been quite key to how effective he's been in games because on that right side, he didn't look as comfortable. But now maybe that element of surprise from not really seeing him on that left side has really got some of these defenders quite nervous when they're dealing with him. So I'm enjoying it so far. But guys, I don't know if you guys noticed at halftime there was a substitution that really quite surprised me. Chukwueze scored a goal, was looking sharp, then he got taken up at halftime. Were you surprised as well? Do you think it was a knock or just protecting him in terms of his fitness as he's just coming back from injury? What do you guys think?
Well, I think Eguavon is trying to make everybody happy in the team. He's taking advantage of the fact that there are 5 substitutions. So let everybody play. Let everybody have a feel of the tournament. So psychologically, it's good for the team. Like bringing on Iwobi, bringing on HK, bringing on these players. Let them feel part of the team. It's good for the dressing room. It's good for the squad harmony. So everybody feels like, okay, I didn't just come and I sat on the bench and do you understand? Yeah. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing. And obviously, it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing.
No, I agree. And before you ask that question, one of the things I was going to do was probably the unthinkable. Well, you got to give credit to where credit's due. And I wanted to give credit to the backroom staff. Clearly, something is going there because you can see the attitude of the players, which means the behind the scenes, the people behind the preparation has been on point. But I think you're right. If you're going to win a tournament, you need every player. Mm-hmm. And he's definitely spreading the love, you know what I mean? And, like I said, we're looking like a different group that's well organized. And I think we need to have maybe a separate show about Eguavon and his impact and to keep him in the job. You might be too early to say, but I think just from what he's done so far in these 2 games, I definitely think we don't need anybody else actually, and to keep him in there. But I think spread the love, let everyone get a feel. There's nothing worse than to leave your club team, go all the way to Cameroon,
and then not get any minutes.
And even going into this Guinea game, I want to see like a different changes, even from the keeper to the attack to the midfield. Let those players just come in and get minutes because going into the next round of the tournament, we might have really tough games that won't be able to change much. So now that we can afford to make those changes, let some of them come in and just get the minutes, like the likes of Awaziem, some of the other players. I would love to see Uzo coming in also. Let's just get a different feel, and that will make us know if the performance is all is the same with all the players. Because like this now we've seen a set of players that are giving performance in 2 games. Let's see those other set of players come in. If we're going to see like the same level of performance or the same level of teamwork with the team also. So that would be important.
And what I would say in terms of the subs that were made, they were actually good subs. Like Musa, bringing Musa's on is always going to galvanize the Nigerian nation. If they see Musa, our captain, come on, it will be. He was kind of like a poster boy, especially while he was at Arsenal. So getting him some minutes to get him to feel in the team. The striker that came on, the striker that came on in the second half. What's his name again? What was that? Sadiq.
Umar Sadiq.
I've not been too impressed with his cameo performance.
I've not been impressed with him at all. The last game was bad. Even this game, same. I've not been impressed with him at all. He hasn't really done anything.
I'm not too sure. Kadebi, who does Sadiq play for?
Where does he play for?
It's definitely a European team for sure, but I can't.
No, it seems it's an Italian team or so. An Italian team.
Okay, please.
Yeah, I think he plays in the second division for. Is it Lecce? I can't remember.
In the comment section, do us a favor. Let us know who this.
Lecce.
Almeria. It's comment team.
Oh yeah, Almeria. Yeah, La Liga.
Spanish La Liga.
All right. So everyone locked in. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel as well, guys. Let me get to some comments and talk about the next game now. So La Fresh KLB Vivo says Razak in the building. He lets everyone know the United family. Please, guys, like and subscribe. Make sure you do that. Watch it live or watch it later. I guess he's bigging you up there, Ola.
That's my guy. Yeah.
To Larry Fresh, SKTV again saying squad depth is good, and I'm enjoying that. And going off the back of that squad depth is good, guys. We've all talked that to tomorrow's game we want to see some changes. Who are some players that you'd like to see get a chance and some minutes in that game? For me personally, I would definitely like to see Nwakali. He had a great under-17s tournament where we won, I think. And he got his dream move to Arsenal, but due to work permit and contract situations, he was never able to make a senior appearance. So he's kind of like the forgotten golden boy of Nigerian football, I think. So I definitely would like to see him get some minutes, starting at least 65, 70 minutes in that game to see what he can do in that number 10 role. What about you, Kanebi? Who would you like to see get some minutes?
Well, I would like to see Iwobi get some minutes. It will be good for his confidence. He hasn't started the first 2 games. He was a regular starter, but with this new team, with this way we play, he's not a regular starter. So I would like to see him get some confidence, get some touches, because these players, you need them when they come on to be ready. We don't want a situation whereby we have an injury, God forbid, or we go into extra time. You need these players to come on. You need them to be ready. You need them to be confident, and you need them to be sharp. So I like to see it will be maybe educate. Do you understand? Let them get some game time. And I think we should rest in Iheanacho today. Let's keep him. Let's protect him. Let's protect him.
Yeah, for sure. And I think some man like Moses Simon has earned a little bit of a rest, man. He's definitely put in some good minutes. So
and he did it too.
We need to protect players like that, because the last thing we want.
So on that note, maybe I'd love to see like Frank Onyeka coming in. Is in the squad. Like
Frank the Tank. Yeah, we want to see a bit of Frank.
Yes, Educate, very important. You guys know I love Educate, so I love him to start like from the beginning of the game. I would say Ahmed Musa also start the game. Let's just get like a different team, like Awaziem in defense. Let him come in. Even the keeper, I might maybe like Uzo at some. You understand? So I just feel let's just get a different set of team and see if we can get the same performance level or the same feel that we've had so far in this tournament.
I think.
We need to, before you come in, Deji, we need to take advantage of the fact that we have qualified already. This is a very low pressure game, and it's an opportunity for some players to come in and give the manager a bit of a headache coming to the second rounds. So Deji, what do you think about the changes?
No, I totally agree with my learned friends on the show today. Yeah, you know, it's about Nigeria flexing our muzzle. You know what I'm saying? And it'll be good to see him start. Yes, good to see Ahmed Musa start. I just think now this is the opportunity now to get everybody warmed up, because you never know who you might need at any stage.
For sure.
And so yeah, let's freshen up the squad. Let's see what the other guys can do, and that's it really. Because there's some players I don't even know. I've never seen them, even in their European teams.
Facts.
I've never really seen them play, so I can't comment. But it'd be good to get a flavour, you know. But yes, I personally, poster boy, it will be good to see him drive and lead from the front and see what he can do. And then Onyeka, you know, for me, he does a brilliant job for Brentford. Don't get it twisted. He's not called Frank the Tank for nothing. Is there a possibility of him playing alongside Ndidi in another shape? You know, so let's experiment and see what these guys got, because that for me there is a dynamic midfield lock off. You know, no one's going past.
Yeah, no one's coming through that.
So,
that'd be interesting. But as Ndidi's such a crucial game, if he was to play, I don't want him to play any more than 45 minutes max, to be honest, man, because we need to protect our midfield general.
And something else is the Sadiq Umar guy that we've not really seen much from. We might end up seeing him play, and just let's see if he can get a good performance from Sadiq Umar also.
Yeah. 100%. All right, so guys, Hybrid 10, big up Hybrid 10. I think it's the first time we've seen you on the channel. Big you up. Make sure you subscribe and comment in the comment section. Do you guys realize that if Nigeria qualifies to the World Cup, when Nigeria qualifies to the World Cup, Awani Inacho will play in UAE as partners after winning the under-17s? I didn't know that. But yeah, it shows progression. It shows progression from the under-17s now into the senior team now. Let's win. Let's at least get to some later stages in the major tournaments. We've still yet to get past the second round in the World Cup, so we must do that in this next tournament, man. Sorry, Ola, what were you saying?
I think Umar Kali too was part of
Yes, he was.
Awani and Ian trust him. And there was one issue we've always had with Super Eagles.
He was actually the
most
star.
times after the under-17. He was the captain. He was the number 10 then. And one of the issues we've had doing with the under-17s, most times after the under-17 tournaments, we don't see those players again. We end up not seeing them progressing into the Super Eagles, the senior team, and which we've seen this in this period. And even Umakali was just Umakali's picking him was just him out of the blue, because no one expected Umakali to go for this tournament, because the past coach hasn't really been calling him for he hasn't really been in the squad, but he came to the tournament, and I feel he's a good player, but he needs time, he needs consistency, and he will come good for him.
For sure. All right, so guys, I don't know too much about this Guinea Bissau team, but what I do know is that they've not won a game in 6. They've lost 3 and drawn 3. They're yet to score a goal in the African Nations tournament. So it is scripted for us to have another convincing, dominating performance. Yes, we're going to definitely make a number of changes. But have you seen anything in this Guinea Bissau team prior to the tournament or in the tournament that should make us nervous in any way, shape, or form coming into this game? Deji, can it be any of you?
Politely, because I know we've got fans from Guinea-Bissau watching the show. I like the rice in Guinea. I like the rice. But in terms of the football, I don't see Jack. I see 2-0. And it's only 2-0 simply because Nigeria is going to make so many changes. And let's just be fair. We know that we are through first in the group. So nobody wants to get injured. Nobody is going to really go out of their way to put on this big, massive performance. So I see a comfortable 2-0 victory for Nigeria. And it will be unfortunate for Guinea-Bissau. It was good for them to take part. And we'll see them hopefully at the next one. We'll see them at the next Afcon.
Well, yeah, they qualified in a group that had Congo, Eswatini, and Senegal. So they came second in the group. They lost 3 games and still qualified. So, I mean, it looks like they were kind of lucky in that group in the first place, mate. So, I've heard of a guy called Mama Balde. I'm not sure who he plays for, but that's one of their star men. But I don't, just like the Sudan game, I don't see anything in that game or in that team that should worry us. Even though we are going to be making a number of changes, I don't see anything in that team to worry us.
Yeah, I don't really see anything.
Mr. Football and Pidgin, as you've just come in now.
I throw a salute. Big up the panel.
Just so you know, guys, he's our eyes and ears. He's currently in Cameroon right now. He's heading to the game tomorrow as well. So he's doing some great things for his channel and also One Touch TV over there. But we were just talking about the threat of Guinea Bissau. Akpos, have you seen anything prior to this tournament or in this tournament to make you nervous about the Guinea guys? The Guinea team? Akpos.
Well, I think I saw most of the first half at the stadium live. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
Okay, I said I saw most of the first half of the game between Egypt and Guinea-Bissau at the first half live, and I think they played really good from what I saw. They kept the Egyptian guys quiet most part of the time, beside a couple of chances that the Egypt attackers got that hit the woodwork. But I think they are pretty decent side from what I saw against Egypt, and they give the Egyptian side the run of the money, even if they lost the game. But going into that game, I don't feel like if we play the way we've played in our first 2 games, they're going to cause us a lot of trouble. I think like there's a game that's going to be there for them.
Okay, so Hybrid 10 said that Guinea-Bissau played better than Sudan in their previous game.
So
interesting.
So that makes you. So what I'm trying to say is that we should expect like a better performance from Guinea-Bissau than the Sudan game. So
basically, and Ola, I don't know if you remember on our previous stream, Mbizo was on the call in the comments section talking about it is the African nations. It's not about the Hollywood players necessarily. It's how the people come together in a team. This is African Nations Cup. As we've seen, Algeria have lost games. Senegal has been kept to a stalemate. Ghana has not won a game in the tournament yet. So there are still upsets out there. So again, as confident as we are going to this game, 100%, and we have every right to be confident, we still have to be wary against Guinea-Bissau, because if we in that 20-minute period that we had against Sudan, if Sudan had scored in that period where we were a little bit nervous and on edge, it could have been a very, very different result, don't you think?
Yeah. But I don't think we worry because we've won the group. We finished top. I think my main concern, to be honest, is not us. My main concern is that Ivorian group, because Algeria are still not out of it. And, you know, like I was saying to you guys before in the preview show last time, the murmurings were that Algeria would win that group. And Nigeria would probably finish second or third and then end up playing Algeria in the next round, blah, blah, blah. And the way that it's kind of panned itself out, you know, we could be playing Algeria because they finished third, depending on their game against Ivory Coast. Do we want to be playing Algeria? Look, on one hand, you don't.
Deji, I know they fear anybody right now.
I don't want to say I fear, but I don't want to play Algeria, if I can be brutally honest. I still don't want to play them, even though they're not playing fantastic. There's a way that they play their game.
For sure.
I don't like it.
To be honest, though, because they are a force, they've just come on the back of a 33-game unbeaten run or something like that, and that's very impressive for any nation and any part of the world. But I do remember when I was young watching a World Cup. It was, let me not show my age, but World Cup 1994 in the States, where the Italy team looked kind of not win all sorts in the group stages. They struggled to beat. I think they lost to Republic of Ireland in their first game. Mm-hmm. But if you do remember, as soon as they got to that second stage, I guess from 80 minutes 80 minutes, Nigeria dominated that game against Italy, but the last 10 minutes, Roberto Baggio decided to wake up in the tournament, and
Thanks to
Italy ended
Sunday
up getting,
Olise.
and then Italy ended up getting all the way to the final. So I hear what you're saying about Algeria because of the quality and they have and their holders. You never know, they could turn it on. But so it would be. I would want to avoid them if we could, to be fair. But before we go into our predictions, let me get into some of these comments. So Hybrid 10 was correcting us. No, Nwakali was in Osimhen's set. Thank you very much for the update there. Appreciate you all in the comment section helping us out there. Kelechi set was 2013. Yeah, we have live shows, Hybrid 10. Lock in every week. We got some live shows. Now you've subscribed. I'm excited to see you more and more and more. You also said it's amazing to know that we have already topped the group with a game to spare 100%. So we're not going into this game nervous at all. We're going into this game to get the 3 points, be experimental, give some players some minutes. He also said theoretically, but we know football ain't mathematics. It's true. Like, as good as our form is, football is not mathematics. Everybody has to turn up on the day and has to play for 90 minutes. SKTV says, I hear you guys, but we be Nigeria. We go brush them well. Big up SKTV. I'm loving the energy, loving the test. So, guys, I want to go around now and get some score predictions for this game. So, kicking us off, Kanebi, how do you think this game is going to go? Nigeria versus Guinea-Bissau, a number of changes which we're looking to see. What do you think the scoreline is going to be? 2-0? A clean sheet? You think this mixed team could get us a clean sheet?
Yeah, because if you look at the tournament, only Cameroon, Nigeria have actually had high-scoring matches. And I think Tunisia.
Tunisia.
Yeah, those are the...
Did anyone see that first Tunisian goal, the movement in their 4-0?
Oh, Tunisia at the time. They have always been playing ball for a while. They have been playing football They have been playing good football for a while. In fact, Tunisia is a team that nobody's talking about. Nobody's talking.
Going under the radar, for real.
Nobody's talking about them. You know, low key. And they are just, they are scoring goals too.
Yeah.
Low key.
Yeah. So and don't forget, they used to qualify for World Cup steady.
Yeah. So I don't see Guinea-Bissau scoring us because the rest of the teams, it's not really a high-scoring tournament like that, except for some certain few teams. Even Senegal are not popping. Ivory Coast, okay, yeah, they scored, but they conceded 2-2. But I see 2-0.
2-0? Okay. Deji Spurs, what do you think the result's going to be?
Yeah, I agree.
Last week, but what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. It's going to be a 2-0, partly because we're going to make wholesale changes to the squad, and because of that lack of rhythm, I think we still have enough quality in the team that Eguavon puts out to kind of bring the result over the line. Look, back in the day, I remember my dad used to say that Brazil didn't need a good goalkeeper. So if you remember that USA 94, they didn't have a good goalkeeper because the team...
They did, They did. They did have a good goalkeeper.
That guy wasn't that great. The one in USA.
Tafarel.
He was all right. I think now with Edison and Allison, they've got a top goalkeeper. But
he's their coach, he's their coach. He coaches both of them.
I know. But back then, if you remember, he was not counted as a great.
I get what you're trying to say, Deji. I get what you're trying to say, but it wasn't as clear as I get you.
Tafarel was dope.
But what I'm saying is, as long as the defense do what they do, then it doesn't matter about our goalkeeper. I think that the emphasis should be on our defense, and I can't see these guys getting past our defense, no matter who comes out.
They couldn't get past Egypt or Sudan, so how dare they get past the Nigerian defense? So 2-0 as well, yeah?
2-0.
All right, so what about you, Ola? What's your score prediction?
I will go for 2-0 also, but I won't be surprised if the game ends in a draw at some point, because I feel the Sudan game and the Egypt game will be an example for Guinea-Bissau to know that you can't come out and play these guys. If you come out and try to play these guys, you concede a lot of goals. So they might want to sit back and just defend. And when they sit back and defend, with the changes we will be making into this team, we might not be able to break them down that easily, and we might end up just getting like maybe one goal or maybe 2-0. So I just feel we might not see any goal in this. I won't be surprised if people don't get any goal in this game. because with the smaller teams in the competition, they've been really composed. They've had good teamwork. They might not have the star player, the quality, the Mahrezes, the big players they need, but they've always played as a team, and that's what I've taken the like of Equatorial Guinea. We've seen good performances from other small teams because they have that teamwork. So I feel if Guinea Bissau watch the 2 games we played, they won't even come out to attack us. They might just sit deep and defend, and it might be hard to break down at some point. But I feel we should get maybe a goal or 2 in the game. So I will stick with 2-0, but I won't be surprised if it's a 1-0 win or even a 0-0 draw.
Okay, interesting. I see your points too. Akpos, what about you? Are you going with a conservative draw, or do you think we can get the result?
Well, I want to apologize with the internet connection. Yeah, it's not that too good though. So that's why I've been on and off. I've been trying to come back in. About the prediction, I think like the guys who would probably get the chance in this game. I don't know. I'm expecting them, the coach, to make some changes with the lineup that played in the first 2 games. But definitely, I think these are the guys who want to come in, would want to try to stake a claim for a starting 11 place. So I think like we would probably see some goals in this game because guys like probably maybe people like Erin Onyekuru will be staking a claim in going into this game.
AGK might come in the side as well.
Yeah, AGK might come in. Wakali might come in. So I feel like all those guys, the way I was opportunity to be in their training yesterday, and they were all looking sharp. It was good. It was good. They were all looking sharp, and these guys would definitely want to stake a claim to be in the starting 11. So I'm hoping that we would see some goals, or even more goals than we saw in the last game, and more entertaining football from the team, whichever team the coach decides to field.
Akpos has come with his politics again. No, we asked you for score prediction. You didn't say. I see goals. What is your score line?
But for me, he don't party with the boys yesterday. Now allow him now.
They are not even allowed to go out, talk less of party. So, but
the girls go come inside now. Girls go come inside.
It's good now. See,
not to sign into the hotel now.
The hotel is not easy access to that place. The way
they need it. All those things matter now. All those things matter. You don't just give them free hand. You go give them free hand. They'll go to enjoy themselves. Forget say they get mad. So it's needed, and that shows the level of the level the coach is putting these players, the seriousness. You have to be serious.
You're right.
So I say at the end of the tournament, we still have to talk about the coach, but we should not get carried away with what we're seeing. We hope to get better performances win the Afcon tournaments. Then we'll not talk about the coach because there's something he's doing that is very right, and he has to keep doing it.
Definitely.
Akpos, you didn't deflect your answer, so better give your score prediction. Sharp.
Score prediction, I will want to go with a 2-0 victory to Nigeria. 2-0.
2-0 victory. Okay. I'm with you guys. I see goals. I see a bit of a not as much chemistry in this game as the previous games, but I do see some, as you're saying. Akpos saw them in training yesterday. They're looking hungry. There's a lot of people wanting to state their claim for the starting lineup, especially when the team is winning. You want to be involved in that winning team, so you're going to push yourself in this game. So I kind of agree with SKTV. I'm going to go with a 3-1. I can't see us keeping a clean sheet for some weird reason because of the changes, but I don't think they're going to. I think it'll be a professional performance, and we're never going to
links in Guinea, that's why.
I'm gonna go with a 3-1. But before we go, guys, I have one question from Hybrid 10 just to close the show. It says, when we do well, should Eguavon go back to his technical director role or take us to the World Cup qualifiers? I don't understand why we're getting this Pizarro or whatever his name is. And we did talk about it last time. What do you think about that?
Well, I think we need another show. Personally, that we need to
discuss it properly, right?
And give our guy Akpos to discuss this. But for me, I think there's something about Nigerians. I think it's a cultural thing where we undervalue our own. Mm-hmm. We're one of the only nations where we put our own bottom and we put everybody else top. This man is doing a great job. We could see it in the first game. We knew we could see it in the first game. he deserves the job. This other guy from, I don't know where he's from. Is it Colombia, South America?
I don't know.
His
Portugal,
CV,
who knows, bro?
I wouldn't give him a job at McDonald's with his CV.
Yeah,
You understand what I'm saying?
I said it. I said it at the beginning of the show.
Yeah, I wouldn't give him a job at McDonald's, let alone our national team. So he should clear out and let's give one of our own the opportunity to have the job.
Do you agree with that?
Okay, that can be good.
Well, for me, I'm all for Austin Eguavon being our coach because one, he's an African, he's a black male. We need black coaches, more black coaches to take over this game, man. And we need a player that understands this. We need a coach that understands our players from a local point of view. Yes, the guy who they are bringing in, I'm not even impressed with his CV. Who has he fucking coached? Nobody.
He's not good
He hasn't coached nobody. So for me, the only problem is that why Eguavon. The only problem is that why Eguavon might be dangerous is the fact that he might be a little bit biased towards some players. There might be like a familiarity because you know how we Nigerians are. We are very biased towards certain people. We always have our little cliques and whatever associations. But for me, he looks like he's tactically sound. He's getting the boys to play. He's playing good football. We're keeping the ball on the ground. We're not playing any long balls.
Team, not individuals.
Exactly. So I feel if anybody is coming in, like the guy who is coming in, at least Eguavon should be on that coaching staff. He has to be part of that coaching staff.
He has to be the head coach. Let's not disrespect him. He needs to be the head coach. And for me, even if Eguavon's got clicks, I don't care as long as he gets the result. That's the performance.
I don't care. You're right.
Not every coach has his bias. Not every coach is biased.
To an extent, I believe a lot of coaches are, but I get what you mean. Akpos, do you agree?
Then he's not.
Well, for me, I think we are still at the early phases, but I'm really impressed with what I'm seeing so far with what he has done with this national team. Because one of the things that stand out for me is the fact that we were so conservative under Coach Genetro, but under Austin Eguavon, I could see the players are expressing themselves. They are not playing on the handbrake. Like, when I think under Coach Genetro, there are certain instructions that he has given to them. He does not want to be beaten 2-0. You understand? If the game is going bad, he wants to manage. But I could see this team attack at will, even against Egypt. I've not seen our team play that well for a complete 90 minutes for years. So that's something that I think we should continue to build on. And with this comment, I've heard people talking about it in the games in the stadium, that they don't want anybody to come in, that they want Coach Austin Eguavon to continue in this role. So if we do very well, if we continue to do very well in this competition, personally, I think they should give him more time to continue this job. And one thing that you said about when this topic came up is the fact that he understands how our football works. He understands the national team. He's somebody who has been in the team as a player, as a coach, as a technical director. So he understands all of the things that concerns our football, African football. If I knew this guy that is going to come, he will struggle. I think he will struggle in the first part because definitely he's coming to a system that is different from I don't know how he sees Nigerian football from outside.
Or
when he comes in, you will see, like, you understand. There are things that will come, but people who are in there already understand how the system works. They know our strengths, they know our weaknesses, and I believe he will be able to utilize it. So, and another thing that I think that will stand out for us is the fact that if we have somebody who is local, not somebody who will be 2 months in Nigeria, 3 months outside, our grassroots football will improve definitely, because that's one of the issues we are having. We need to go back down to our grassroots football. All the times we'll be successful in our national team, they've always been home-based players. So if we could continue with Coach Austin Eguavon, that's something that will benefit, one area that will benefit our football. Our grassroots football will improve, and if somebody who understands how the NPA, the Nigerian Professional League works, understand the system and all of that. So I just want to look at all of the positive, and I hope that we'll continue to play this well, and the team will continue to make positive achievements.
For sure.
Yeah.
And just like Deji said earlier,
yeah.
real quick, this is a massive topic. Like, I don't think we can discuss it fully on this show, to be honest. We're definitely going to set up a show maybe next week to discuss this properly. But what I was saying in closing is Eguavon has done a great job so far. We're playing as a team. I hope there's some sort of clause in the contract that allows him to continue as head coach beyond this. But again, we'll discuss this another time. But guys, everyone on the panel, thanks for coming in today. Super Eagles to the world. All our score predictions are to win by at least 2 goals. Let's hope these guys that come in keep the performance levels high. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Enjoy the Afcon while you're there in Cameroon, Akpos. We're looking forward to more and more content
keeping it real.
sent our way, bro.
Thanks,
Everyone, pick up the panel, pick up the
bro.
people in the comment section. Have a great day today, guys.
Thank you, guys.